Blah blah. All right, very very good. Boy, busy day. Let me see. Oh yeah, so I gotta tweet that on live, I think, which means I gotta minimize this a little. All right, let's see. Do I write? How do I do this? It's been a while since I had to access the live stream thingy here. Let's see. No, that's not right. I should be live. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, get shareable link. Okay. All right. I mean, it's kind of early, and a lot of people might be at work too, so I don't know. But at least there's an actual like Federal Reserve YouTube where I could actually just wait on their thing. All right, live now. Let's see if the Feds cuck or pump the markets today. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, now I put that out there. Now I just wait. Suppose. Since, all right. Well, I guess I'll just hold off on that. I guess we'll just see what they have here. I really would prefer not to watch Yahoo, but also don't they have a Yahoo Live? Federal Reserve raises interest rates for the first time since 2018. Oh, okay. So
here in its dual mandate. We have Andrew Levin, who is the former Federal Reserve Board Special Advisor and Dartmouth College economics professor. Great to have you here with us today. First and foremost, just want to get your reaction to the Fed's decision, and given where we saw the Fed line up, both prior to this decision in some of the FOMC members looking for 50 basis points, dialing that back a little bit because of the international conflict, and taking all of those things into account. Your reaction to today's announcement?
Well, first of all, our hearts go out to Ukraine and the people who are suffering there, and really hoping that that situation will be resolved soon. No question that that's putting a lot of upward pressure on inflation worldwide, grain prices, energy prices, lots of other raw materials affected by this.
Okay, so I was actually expecting them to post the rate so soon, so this is good. So we got, I just retweeted disclose.tv, so we got 25 basis points. All right, so let's see. So the markets were way up, and now they're down a bit. NASDAQ is up still a lot. You know, crude oil is pretty flat. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Bitcoin. All right, we're going to look at crypto next. I was kind of hoping to actually see an explosion in money, but all right. I guess there was actually a lot of fear and doubt that they were not going to raise rates too. But at least I know one thing's for sure. We're not going to see a debt market implosion. All right. I mean, I'm about to check it. But yeah, dollar's still slightly under. Let's see what our bond yield's doing. All right. So 10-year yield should be, it's supposed to actually settle around 2.25. 2.25. So it's actually right under that mark. Yeah, it's heading towards there. She also looks like Jennifer Garner. This lady over here. Actually, maybe I would prefer to listen to her. No, this doesn't cost me anything. Okay, so buds. Okay, more there's these. Okay, so he says there's 6 more ahead. Okay, so they're gonna be 6. Okay, so they're gonna price that in, I guess. 6 more rate hikes. Okay. I still haven't heard from Gregory Mannarino yet. Actually, I don't go on my GAM anymore, so I'll just leave it at that. See if Plan B has. China has gone full quantitative easing. Sharp economy. Yeah, because everyone's got a central bank. Yeah, I don't care about that. I'll rechat in just a second. So, alright, so we got 25 basis points. Oh, I want to look at crypto. This is obviously the only thing we care about. Alright, so slightly down under. All right, it's going up a little bit. Okay, so people are making adjustments because the Fed said they were going to do 6 more rate hikes. Then that might be a little bit too much. But, you know, we're going to listen real quick on the... Ugh. That's why I wanted to get the... Actually, I might need to get some cereal because my throat is, like, scratchy. It might seem counter to it. I'll reach out in just a second, and I got to eat... let me see. Okay. 6 rate hikes. damn. I kind of hoping everything would just shoot up, but I guess 6. I mean, 6 is a little excessive, especially since I don't know if it's going to be all this year. No big moves here. There was too much news leading into the event. Yeah, unfortunately. But again, I don't know when you got in here, but the good news is we're not going to see a cratering of the markets. I guess we shouldn't, right? That being said, I'm still watching these bond yields. But with that being said, I mean, we're going to do 6 rate hikes, right? Yeah, I mean, that is kind of insane. And on top of that, I see the dollar index actually getting it's actually getting a lot weaker. Well, not a lot, but all right, I'm all right with it. Let me check my, oh yeah, I already read that. Let me check my crypto positions then. Let's see, Sphere is holding all right, Univ is slightly up, Titano, yeah. So pretty much nothing's really changed in crypto. I mean, I might be seeing some slight drops. All right, but nothing too crazy. Apex is going up a little. All right, so we're going to be in for the long haul. But the biggest problem was they were just not going to raise the interest rates. Like, they have to raise the interest rates just so they can at least pretend that they're going to do something about it, right? Because right now it's not that bad, like at all. I'll definitely take it. All right. I mean, I'm still kind of hoping it would just shoot straight up, but Greg doesn't put his video out until later today, and he obviously called it, right? 25 basis points. So, yeah. I mean, Greg's only been wrong like, what, 2 or 3 times in the past 12 years. So, we're working pretty well. Let's see. Have they... Yeah, they're still whatever. And they're playing that music, so I don't want to... Okay. So I don't want to get a copyright claim on this thing, because I got to make sure this channel is as clean as possible with no problems, so that, when I apply for monetization in a couple of weeks, I don't get any problems. Okay, so central bank left is benchmark rate. Okay, highly uncertain in the face of the war in Ukraine. This is obviously just a scapegoat, right? Because if COVID was going on, right? They would have just been blaming COVID. They're just going to make up whatever, There's always got to be a scapegoat. By notching up rates, the Federal Reserve, are you surprised it wasn't a 0.5% raise? No, I'm not surprised at all. I was mostly expecting a 25 basis point raise, just like Greg Manarino said. And that's exactly what happened. Because remember, the Fed knows what they're doing, right? They're deliberately trying to deflate the money supply, which you can see here, right? This was after February 2022, right? So they're printing as many dollars as humanly possible. So this is the M1 and M2 money supply, and they're hyperinflating. I didn't realize this until recently, and they're hyperinflating their balance sheet, because these are actually assets that they own, stocks, real estate, you name it. So what they want to do is keeping rates low so they could keep creating more inflation, and when they keep creating more inflation, they get more stuff, right? Their stuff becomes more and more valuable. So that's why this whole thing is a very evil system. So the Fed does not want to raise rates, but they kind of have to, because what's going to happen is in January they were supposed to raise interest rates. The Fed chose not to do it. It took everybody by surprise, and then the market to cryptocurrencies all went down. Because, like Greg Marino explained back then, the market really didn't like that. They want to see action from the Fed on inflation, quote unquote. So the easiest way to do that is just to raise the stupid interest rates. These interest rates won't actually do anything at all because it's too late to stop the inflation hyper trade. But the markets don't actually know that. Or they do, and they kind of don't care. They just want to see this whole song and dance play itself out, right? So, all right, the Keystone XL Pine has nothing to do with gas prices. This is obviously a lie too. So there's all this stupid propaganda already going off on this shit site. So yeah, they haven't shown up yet. So I actually want to keep. So that's basically why. Now, what I find a little surprising is they're saying, okay, so I have to read this because. Okay, by notching up the rates, the Fed kicks off a process of raising borrowing costs in hopes of quelling the demand that may be pushing prices higher. Yeah, we know that's not the case. Projections released by Policy signals that the Fed is raising rates up to 6 more times this year. which means by the end of this year it'll be 1.75%. Okay, yeah, so that's actually what's dampening growth, because the markets wanted some interest rate hikes, but they think this is too many. So they're adjusting accordingly. All right, that's fine. The path is more aggressive than the Fed's last round of projections from December, when it predicted only 3 rate hikes this year. Yeah, so they're doubling the rate hikes. More rate hikes will be needed to pull inflation back down to 2% target, which will never happen. Okay, the personal consumption expenditures is 6.1% last month, the highest since 1982. The Fed hour is warning that inflation. Let me see. Okay, because they do want to be careful, because if they raise it too much, then what will happen is these bond yields will spike up out of control, and that's also going to cause the debt implosion, and then everybody loses their money. Well, unless you're in, I guess, cryptocurrencies, gold and silver. So that's why they have to walk a pretty tight rope between, not raising rates at all, which is bad, or raising rates too much too fast, which is also just as bad. Okay, let's see. The central bank now projects. The Fed is warning that inflation will not abate, of course, in response to initial interest rate hikes. Yeah, of course, because they're doing this. They're buying up assets and they're printing dollars like no tomorrow. But you're not supposed to know that. The central bank now projects prices to rise by 4.3% over this year, well above 2.6%. These are all understated. The real numbers are way higher. Inflation remains elevated. The median number The median member of the FOMC projects a likelihood that the Fed will have short-term interest rates between 2.5% to 3% by the end of the year. Yeah, this really sucks, because that means me getting a mortgage for my future house or condos. Ugh. But I mean, if I have more money in my pocket, then I guess it's not so bad. All right, let me see. What did you say? Hey, Flying Turtle Nugget. Yeah, I don't normally do these rare live streams nowadays. I'm actually kind of okay with just uploading a crap load of YouTube videos and just call it a day. You could do very well just by doing that. In fact, Jesse Eckel and a bunch of crypto channels do just that. So yeah, but that's okay. Policymakers have continually revised. Oh yeah, by the way, Sphere Finance is really taking off. I'm very happy about that. I'm not gonna tell you guys how much I bought at the whitelist sale, but man, I really wish I had $4,000, man. I really wish I had that. Michael Saylor crusade against proof of stake. LOL. Yeah, I mean, I said that in the previous couple of videos, Ryan, but yeah. That's actually why I've been trying to tell my new YouTube subscribers to keep spreading my videos around to help grow the channel aggressively on my behalf. Because if I had a bigger influence, if I had actual influence, then when I call out Michael Saylor, yeah, he'll block me on Twitter possibly, but at least people will start asking, hey Michael, why are you trying to ruin my life? Why are you trying to deny my kids college education and shit like that? Right? It didn't occur to me until towards the end of that. I think it was the last video I did on Sphere Finance. Yeah, it did occur to me towards the end that what I was really describing was shaming. Yeah, and that's exactly what it is. So yeah, we should, because Michael Saylor is just being a fucking asshole, man. He's literally destroying your income and my income. He's directly attacking it. It's what a scumbag. Plus, he also is very pro-regulation, which is going to be the end of crypto as we know it. Jay Powell is now speaking. Ah, shit.
The improvements in labor market conditions have been widespread, including for workers at the lower end of the wage distribution, as well as for African Americans and Hispanics.
All right, I'm just going to
Labor demand is very strong, and while labor force participation has increased somewhat, labor supply remains subdued. As a result, employers are having difficulties filling job openings, and wages are rising at their fastest pace in many years.
Thing I can't mention.
FOMC participants expect the labor market to remain strong, with the median projection for the unemployment rate declining to 3.5% by the end of this year and remaining near that level thereafter. Inflation remains well above our longer run goal of 2%. Aggregate demand is strong, and bottlenecks and supply constraints are limiting how quickly production can respond. These supply disruptions have been larger and longer lasting than anticipated, exacerbated by waves of the virus here and abroad, and price pressures have spread to a broader range of goods and services.
I'm going to pause that real quick. The rapid pace of inflation has worn off some poly. Okay, so this is also kind of making people a little nervous. Okay. Yeah, 0.5% each time. So now they have to price that
Additionally, higher energy prices are driving up overall inflation. The surge in prices of crude oil and other commodities that resulted from Russia's invasion of Ukraine will put additional upward pressure on near-term inflation here at home.
How convenient.
We understand that high inflation imposes significant hardship, especially on those least able to meet the higher costs of essentials like food, housing, and transportation. We know that the best thing we can do to support a strong labor market is to promote a long expansion, and that is only possible in an environment of price stability.
The yield curve is flattening.
As we emphasize in our policy statement, with appropriate firming in the stance of monetary policy, we expect inflation to return to 2% while the labor market remains strong. That said, inflation is likely to take longer to return to our price stability goal than previously expected. The median inflation projection of FOMC participants is 4.3% this year and falls to 2.7% next year and 2.3% in 2024. This trajectory is notably higher than projected in December, and participants continue to see risks as weighted to the upside. The Fed's monetary policy actions have been guided by our mandate to promote maximum employment and stable prices for the American people. Our policy has been adapting to the evolving economic environment, and it will continue to do so. As I noted, the committee raised the target range for the federal funds rate by 1/4 percentage point and anticipates that ongoing increases in the target range will be appropriate. The median projection for the appropriate level of the federal funds rate is 1.9% at the end of this year, a full percentage point higher than projected in December. Over the following 2 years, the median projection is 2.8%, somewhat higher than the median estimate of its longer-run value. Of course, these projections do not represent a committee decision or plan, and no one knows with any certainty where the economy will be a year or more from now. Reducing the size of our balance sheet will also play an important role in firming the stance of monetary policy. At our meeting that wrapped up today, the committee made good progress on a plan for reducing our securities holdings, and we expect to announce the beginning of balance sheet reduction at a coming meeting. In making decisions about interest rates and the balance sheet, we will be mindful of the broader context in markets and in the economy, and we will use our tools to support financial and macroeconomic stability. As we noted in our policy statement, the implications of Russia's invasion of Ukraine for the U.S. economy are highly uncertain. In addition to the direct effects from higher global oil and commodity prices, the invasion and related events may restrain economic activity abroad and further disrupt supply chains, which would create spillovers to the U.S. economy through trade and other channels. The volatility in the financial markets, particularly if sustained, could also act to tighten credit conditions and affect the real economy. Making appropriate monetary policy in this environment requires a recognition that the economy often evolves in unexpected ways. We will need to be nimble in responding to incoming data and the evolving outlook. And we will strive to avoid adding uncertainty to what is already an extraordinarily challenging and uncertain moment. We are attentive to the risks of potential further upward pressure on inflation and inflation expectations. The committee is determined to take the measures necessary to restore price stability. The American economy is very strong and well positioned to handle tighter monetary policy. To conclude, we understand that our actions affect communities, families, and businesses across the country. Everything we do is in service to our public mission. We at the Fed will do everything we can to achieve our maximum employment and price stability goals. Thank you. I look forward to your questions.
Jesus Christ, that's a pretty nasty yield curve.
Let's go to Gina at the New York Times.
Hi, Chair Powell. Thank you so much for taking our questions.
This is exactly what's wrong with this country. This is God. All right, I can't stand looking at that. I'm just gonna like vomit. All right, Well, I don't really see too many people talking in chat, but obviously we're gonna wait on Greg Manrio for his thoughts. But if I had to guess, I think they might still have to keep raising rates. I mean, I think 6 is probably too many for the Fed, right? So maybe like 2 to 4 or something. I'm sure they're gonna raise more. They're gonna raise rates again at least once or twice this year for sure. Because again, they have to kind of pretend they're fighting inflation. But on the other hand, they said they're going to try to start unwinding their balance sheet. Now, funny enough, if they actually did that, that's actually going to like tank the markets too. So that might also be what's kind of making some people nervous. So, and every time they've said that, actually, Greg had a really good chart of all the times that the Fed came out and said we're gonna taper and we're gonna unwind. Yeah, it pretty much just goes straight up, right? I mean, you have a couple of dips here. And on those days where the Fed was dumping their securities, those were some nasty stock market days too. So regardless of who's president or political party in power, you know, when everyone's 401ks goes to shit, all right, because of what the Federal Reserve is doing, you know, then they start getting kind of mad at the central banks, right? Because like, hey, Jay Powell, you're fucking me. You're fucking the Republican Party. You're fucking the Democrat Party. It's like, So it's a really weird, convoluted system that we got going here, right? You know, whether central banks are, you know, I mean, I still think the central banks really do run everything, right? But you know, you're still dealing with humans, right? And I'm sure, like, some people, like, I'm pretty sure, like, when Ted Cruz, like, gets enough angry calls, he'll call up, he'll call up Jay Powell or the Fed, and he's like, hey, can you stop screwing us? You're pissing me off, right? And then on the other side, you know, you get, like, Dianne Feinstein, I don't even know if she's still in Congress, or Nancy Pelosi, or, what's that dumb, AOC, right? Right? You know, they'll call up and say, hey, you know, can you stop screwing us too? It's like... Or like, hey, and then the Fed just responds, hey, remember who's boss here? And like, yeah, I guess. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. Also, I really like this Joker picture. I really like this Joker. You know, this should be the thumbnail for this live stream. All right, I had to find like a not so violent looking picture of Arthur Wright, right? I think that's his name. Because I never actually seen Joker. I actually just tweeted out that, you know, I've never seen it. All right. But, hey, where's my tweet about this? Hey, where did the tweet go? Where did my tweet go? Hey. Oh, okay. For some reason, it didn't show up here. But, yeah. Like I say in this tweet, I kind of don't really want to watch, like, really good shows or movies because I never want to ruin the moment. Because once I watch it, I consume it, and then it's like, man, I really want more, but I know I can never have any more. So it's like, oh, what do I do? But, you know, I gotta wait till Sunday to watch the next episode of Attack on Titan. There's only going to be 2 more. Episode 85, 86, and 87. So there's actually 3 more episodes. And, you know, they delayed the series finale for April 3rd, which means I can't watch it till April 10th. So, yeah. All right, well, I was actually expecting a lot, because I had a lot of people wanting to ask me questions, but I guess, well, I mean, it is kind of early, so. I don't know, I'm going to enjoy my cereal snack. I might actually want to play some Escape from Tarkov, because I'm trying to get over my fear of, like, loot fear and stuff, and then just try to maybe do something a little different, right? Try to improve the game a little bit, so. You know, and in general, just try to have a little fun. So anyway, we'll hear from Greg later. Obviously, in my next videos, we'll talk about, you know, whatever Greg has to say, and I'll have a little bit of time to think about it, but... Yeah, I think for the most part, everything looks more or less normal. I mean, this is a pretty big spike, and we're seeing a little bit of a flattening, but overall, the curve is still what it should be, right? The bottom should be the short-term bonds, and then the medium to long-term bonds, it keeps going up higher and higher. So, all right, we'll see what happens. And obviously, the stock markets are going to do whatever they're doing. Like, we had a dip, now it's going up. Let's see, what about crypto? I mean... I don't know. It's really too early to tell. But Avalanche is almost $71, so and Bitcoin's basically up right under 40K. So I think it should be fine. So we'll just let this play itself out. All right? So we'll see how it goes. All right, I'll see you all I don't know, maybe tomorrow. I really would like a day off because I did a bunch of videos yesterday. I'm doing 2 videos today, or I uploaded Sphere Finance and I'm doing this live stream. So I really would like to relax. Plus, I want to play Tarkov. You know what's funny, right? People are going to Ukraine. I better be careful to say this. There are volunteers fighting in Ukraine, right? So, I mean, they should just play Escape from Tarkov instead. There's like no possibility of dying in real life. So I'll just leave it at that. So, all right. And funny enough, you can still connect to Tarkov servers in Ukraine. So, I mean, what's going on here, I'll see you all tomorrow or maybe Friday. I definitely want to take one day off from the weekend because I actually want to visit family just for the hell of hanging out. And, really, to be honest, just get out of here. So, XRP Super Punch. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I'm actually serious. But I have to be very careful what I say about the Ukraine-Russia stuff because they are really going ape shit crazy with the bannings. I mean, I've never had any problems, but I want to make sure that I don't even get anywhere close to that. So, there's your last chance, guys and gals. Like, just ask me anything right now, and if not, I'm just gonna go. So I'll give you all you like 10, 15 seconds. In the meantime, I can kind of ogle. Oh yeah, my charts are in Google Chrome. I'm gonna ogle. Man, I really want to see Caesar kind of recover, but I mean, crypto. I mean, right now markets are a little bit flatter, doing a little bit thing. Thanks for your videos. They're my favorite about DeFi Prime. Well, thank you, man. Yeah, this new YouTube format I came up with like basically a couple of months ago, or maybe 3 months ago, right? Yeah, it's doing really, really well. So I'm very pleased with that. Yeah, there's not really a lot of buys and sells here. It's still mostly just large whales dumping large positions because for whatever reason they've lost confidence in Caesar. But I mean, it did go straight up too, so oh god, this is so annoying. What will cause the next crypto pump? Now, I can technically tell you like theories, but for the most part, nothing, believe it or not. Because crypto markets are completely manipulated now. The 4-year Bitcoin cycle, the stuff that Plan B here is pushing, no longer applying. And he's aware of the manipulation, but he tends to underestimate it. So, you deserve more subs, definitely. Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, I definitely do. I mean, I could actually, every time I come up with a video, what I could technically do is take that video, once it gets processed in YouTube, go to the Discord go to the Discord of the project I just covered and just post my video there and just get all my subscribers that way. But for the most part, you know what? I don't like being excessively shilling, right? Because it's not much different from like those annoying salespeople that like, hey, you want to buy a car? Hey, you want to buy a car? Hey, do you need any help? Do you need any help? It's like it gets really annoying. So I kind of don't want to be like that. So, but that's always an option, right? I can always be that annoying salesman and shill my YouTube videos to every single project that I cover. That would be a very good way to grow this channel very quickly. So, but for now, I just keep that in my back pocket. I let God deal with it, right? I do what I have to do today, what's in front of me, right? Live in the moment, be present with God. And so far, it's working really well. There's a lot less stress. Things are going pretty well. And, let's face it. I mean, I could lose all my stuff right now, right? But as long as I have my Sphere Finance, I'm doing really well. Now, obviously, that's not happening, right? I still have all my other stuff, so I might really be able to buy my stupid house, at least sometime this year. Thoughts on doing crypto trading videos? I somewhat used to do that when I did live streams instead and covered more general market news. But for the most part, I really don't do trading stuff. I really don't. I mean, technically I trade, but I'm more of like a buy and hold, and I only exit when like a better project comes out or something fundamentally wrong occurs. That's why your videos are good. They're legit objective. Well, thank you. I try to make them as good as I could, yeah. Titano to moon, hopefully. Titano's already been mooning. Oh, that is one thing I didn't mention in the last video because I was a little bit rushed, right? Because I have to get ready for this live stream. But one thing that I can count on, assuming Greg Manuel doesn't change his stance later today when he makes his, markets, post-market wrap-up thing. Let's see. Yeah, in fact, someone's buying these bonds. Yeah, this is just fine. yeah, people are buying up these bonds because they think the interest rates are high. So one thing we could count on is this, right? It'll just keep continuing going up, right? And the Fed will continue to keep printing dollars. So what does that mean? These are massively stock market positives, right? Provided that the dollar Dixie over here and the bond yields don't get too crazy too fast, right? That's that. And then of course, crude oil will continue to go up once its correction is over. Because this thing went from like what, $60 a barrel to 134 in like a few months' time. Yeah, this thing's going to correct like Caesar Finance is correcting now. So, let me see. How do I want to show you guys this? All right, let's actually do the S&P 500. So, what I'm basically saying is, what it occurred to me that what I really might want in cryptocurrencies, yeah, I think we could do this. This is max, but let's just do 5 years. This is good enough. Basically, I want a cryptocurrency that's going to pay us a really good yield, but we'll also eventually do this, right? You can see my mouse. And occasionally you'll have your dips, right? Like what we had with stupid February 2020 last 2 years. Shit, it's been 2 years, not one. It's been 2 years ago. Man, time really flies. All right, this is what I'm looking for in a crypto right now. Right now, those 4-year pump hyper dump cycles in Bitcoin are gone. They're dead. Crypto right now is behaving like this now. So the only coins that I've seen that have done this are Titano and Libero. Well, I didn't know about Libero at the time until like I did the video a couple days ago, and I'm gonna actually up my Libero bag. I kind of want, yeah, because it's cheaper than Titano. It pays the same amount, right? But it's funny because I literally just did the video on them. Yeah, it pays way more. It actually pays the same thing as like Poseidon, or well, what Poseidon used to be, right? Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna up my Libero bag. Their tax rate is actually 25% apparently, so that's even better. You gotta really punish those whales. That's why it's also worth above. Well, is it still above a penny? Oh, it dropped back down a penny, but it's basically sub 98.29 cents, so it's very close. So Caesar, Libero probably, and Titano are the only coins that went up in value as the whole Russia-Ukraine shit was going on. So that's what I want. That's why I'm going to try to find more Titano forks. I mean, I'll still cover good projects, very good no projects, and of course Tomb forks and whatever new little gimmick comes out, right? But, the safe money, quote unquote, that I'm thinking of so far is still Titano forks. See, now everyone's getting in. So, see, when I it's not even a threat, but when I say I'm about to leave, then everybody comes out. It's like, where did everyone go before? Greg is my favorite economist. Yeah, he's been right the past 12, 13 years. He's been doing YouTube. He's only been wrong like twice or something. Okay, there's something wrong with my OBS. Just let me try to. 0.25% is good for Bitcoin, yeah. That's why my strategy now is to shift to high yield DeFi farming. Because now your money is going to be made from DeFi farming, and it's not going to be from capital gains. Capital gains will still occur in crypto, but it's going to be slow and it's just going to be slow. So that's why I'm trying to find both. And so far, Titano is the only, and Titano forks, the good ones, of course, are the only ones that fit that bill. It's solely because of the taxation and treasury system. You have to have those. Is Caesar going to bounce back after consolidation? Yeah, it should, because I checked their Discord. There doesn't seem to be anything wrong, so it's just having a correction. Are you going back to Phantom? I never left Phantom. I still have. Well, I don't know. I think I have to. Probably have to switch networks, don't I? Yeah, I don't want to switch out because I want to see my Sphere Finance money grow. So, but I am in code 7 on YieldWolf, right? I am in Apex. I am in Hamster, and I am in PDO, all on YieldWolf, of course. So I never left. Well, I still have Basic and Poseidon, right? The beta for Poseidon Black, but I will tell you this: unless the project's really good, I really do not want to be investing in any more Phantom projects, simply because Phantom is a cursed blockchain. It's recovered a lot today, so that's a good sign. And Tomb Finance itself is doing much better too. So I know it's not dead, but it's going to be a long haul for Phantom, that's for sure. But hey, money's money, and it's still paying out, you know, the best APRs, right? The AVAX tune forks like Snowy Owl and Fox. Well, Fox is doing really well, so not Fox News, but Arctic Fox. Excuse me. But yeah, I don't leave unless I have a really good reason to. So project gets abandoned, it's about to screw itself over, or the fees are like a problem. All right, which is why I'm not going to Savannah Finance for Kronos, even though I kind of want to invest in that. Right now, my money is just tied up, and you know, I really don't want to be paying, you know, 5 Kronos per transaction. It's just too much. I mean, I was complaining like crazy about AVAX fees this morning. So, which one is the cheaper blockchain? Is it Avalanche and BSC? Binance Smart Chain by far is the cheapest, without question. Phantom would also be the cheapest on days where its network is not congested, but it's very easy to congest the Phantom network, which is why it sucks. So AVAX right now is a good middle ground. The problem is Krabata game still keeps hogging up the fucking blockchain. I mean, you can see it right here. I mean, maybe it's gotten better right now. Snow Trace Gas Tracker. No, of course not. Yeah, I already know. Yeah, look at this shit. The good news is they said the subnets will be out by the end of this month, so we just have to suffer for another like 14 days or whatever. Yeah. That's also actually why I am in Printer Financial, the Binance Smart Chain, because it's cheaper gas fees and it's always reliably cheap. Like I never have to worry about stupid shit like Krabata Game or Solidex like hogging up the stupid gases and stuff. Yeah, I'm still in Congruent. If I have extra money, believe it or not, I'll actually buy more Congruent shares, because that thing will eventually hit 1632 grand. Oh, that's the other thing too. Like, at first, Congruent wasn't doing too well, and then when we had more market dips, Congruent actually went up in value. And it's probably because everyone now knows Congruent is a legitimate project. It's slow, but it's legitimate. Like, that CoinDesk.com article citing Congruent directly, like, is basically a game changer. So if I had any doubts before that article, I didn't really have any doubts, but let's say if I did, I would totally have none after. Any group Discord you join simply for discussing crypto, DeFi. I am in 2 private elite Discords. I technically have created my Discord, so anyone can join it, but right now I want to take things one day at a time. I also would prefer to wait until my YouTube is a lot larger before I even think about creating a Discord. You know, because the other thing is I really don't want to be wasting my time managing a Discord, right? But on the other hand, if I do laissez-faire, or however you pronounce it, and just let people do whatever, I mean, that's going to just cause us to get banned. So, you know, for now, we'll see. And I don't want to be paying moderators either. So, I don't know. Like, what do I really do? I mean, but, you know, I've got my Twitter, I got my YouTube, so, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, but right now, I don't have any public Discords. Mine is all secret, you know. So, which means I can't just, you know, you guys, like, I don't invite you guys. No offense, right? It's considered an elite Discord for a reason, right? Also, we also discuss new projects that we check out. A lot of them rug, and a lot of them don't. So, any chance of Wonderland video? It's not, or it's not actual anymore. I have a bag of time. Yeah, oh my god. Isn't that project doing horribly right now? Still is, and it'll never recover. Whatever happened to their... Oh, CoinMarketCap was there. Whatever happened to their treasury? Aren't they supposed to be buying shit with their treasury? Do they even have a treasury anymore? Jesus, that is horrifying. Well, at least it went from $50 to $200, so that's something, right? Yeah, but I absolutely despise DAOs. This is exactly why. This is exactly why. It's basically a Titano fork without the taxation system, and this is what always happens. Right? This is what happened to me and all of us in Metaverse Pro /Congruent. I really freaking wish I knew about Titano instead of freaking Metaverse Pro. I would have probably put like half and half into Titano Metaverse Pro, and then I would have like $250,000 to $300,000 right I think now, and I'd probably be making like $500 to $1,000 a day in Titano income. I'm so Sphere will succeed where I failed with Titano, man. That's how it goes. And it's important that I learn this lesson now rather than say I have a hot wife and like 6 kids and I have like a multi-billion-dollar empire, right? And then I make a mistake like I did with Metaverse Pro and then I lose everything. That's going to be so much more rough. For the same lesson. So that's, in a way, that's a lot like inflation, right? I can pay $10 now for like a dozen toilet paper rolls, or I can wait like 10 years from now and it's going to cost me $100,000 to buy that same 12 toilet rolls. Well, I'd rather just pay the $10 now, you know. Even the elites still getting rugged. Yeah, we test a lot of projects, right? And in fact, if you remember Zeus Finance, that was actually a rug project, right? And he was in our elite Discord too. So we never suspected a thing. So we could still make mistakes. We just happen to make hopefully less mistakes. Or if we know we're going to make a mistake, we check out the project before we distribute to everyone else. We get the rewards first. I've said this before in previous videos, but we get the rewards first. But that's because we take the most risk first as well. You know, we are the alpha male wolf pack, essentially. So we get first dibs on everything, and it's a double-edged sword. We get first dibs on the rewards. We also get first dibs on the consequences of risks that don't pan out. So, you know, that's how we protect the pack. Indeed, Sphere. Yeah, I just did the video on Sphere. Like, it literally is my latest upload. You can check that out. But it's a Titano fork. I have to catch up with your videos. Yeah, I'm pumping them out like crazy. But that's because, you know, whatchamacallit. You know, I gotta grow the channel, right? Because I finally figured out what it is to grow my stupid YouTube channel, right? You know, just cover high APR DeFi projects, right? And then I just rank for that. And then YouTube's like, oh, okay, here you go. You know, here's all our valuable traffic. You know, go get them, right? So it's a very mutually, like, as much as I like to complain about censorship, Google again is actually generally pretty friendly, right? So as long as I don't go too crazy like with the political, cultural shit, right? And I stay away from obvious hot button topics, like say Russia and Ukraine, and then say the wrong things about it. Yeah, Google doesn't really care. You know, they're happy to have me here. So all right, you know, they use me and I use them. You know, it's mutually beneficial. 2 videos behind. Yeah, that's nothing. Don't worry about it. Also, make sure you read the YouTube description because you want to know which positions I'm in. I usually tell you what I'm in and what I'm not in. So, 2 videos behind. High risk, high return. Yeah, but that's my risk tolerance. You know, I gotta have, because that's how I made all my money, right? You know, I still want to repeat the glory days of 2017. But it's going to be different this time because obviously the crypto markets are like totally different. And now we have a lot more manipulation now than we did back then. How new is Sphere? It launched yesterday. I'll bring up the chart for Sphere. No, it's sub 87.91 cents. No, maybe I'm confusing with Libero. It still went down a little bit. Yeah. Wow, so yesterday Sphere went as high as 1.2 cents. That's way too much. Then it dropped all the way to 6.388. Because I had to try to get my family member to buy Sphere, so I know I bought somewhere around here when it launched. Yeah, I was super quick. Because I had to use my stupid iPad to buy the stupid Sphere, it was really slow and a pain in the ass. So as soon as I claimed my Sphere tokens, I actually checked the transaction history so I could get the contract address before they announced it to everyone else. So I quickly added it to, you know, the iPad and the MetaMask, and then, you know, I also put it up in the charts. Like, gotta make sure this is the right one and not the scam address. I mean, it's probably not a scam because they literally just claimed it from the Sphere Finance website. So like, oh shit, people are actually buying this. Oh, there's $1.2 million in liquidity. Yeah, this has got to be the real one. Oh shit, I gotta buy. It was like right, like cat meme where he's like furiously like pawing at the keyboard. So I was like, okay, I practiced this before. I know I'm naturally slow. How do I get ahead of the curve? So I clicked it. I just added a 1, right, to the max priority fee and the max gas fee. So basically, instead of paying like 35 each, I was paying 135. Yeah, that shit just bought instantly. And of course, I preset it to 49% slippage, so I had no problem. And you know, I got my family member an okay bag of Sphere. Right? They should be very happy right now. I'll leave it at that. It's not as big as my bag, of course, but you know, of course, I was on the white list, so I'm doing really well. And I'm just like, wow, you know, if I could just find like 10 Sphere finances, which is impossible, right? Because there's not that much programming talent. Yeah. I read that. Good opportunity then. Yeah, Sphere Finance, very solid. Definitely check out my video on that. With Tomb Fork, are you usually doing swing trading? I hold, but the problem with holding is obviously just going to go down in value. So I buy and hold legitimate high APR projects on YieldWolf exclusively. The one exception is Printer Financial, right? I always make it a couple of exceptions if it's legit and it's and I really want it. And on top of that, Printer Financial is a very different Tomb Fork. It has no peg. It just prints forever, and it's using the smart APR system, and the boardroom inflation rate for the paper, the base peg token, is actually very low. It starts at just 2.5% instead of the standard 4.5%, and it goes down by a lot. So it's very, very good on the inflation. And it's already cross-chain, and apparently you can actually, when you go cross-chain, you can get the native token of your target chain, and it'll burn like 10 paper, in addition to giving you, you know, whatever native token. So we bridge over like, I mean, I haven't tried it myself, I haven't seen it, but apparently that's actually one of the use cases. I really like Printer Financial. It occurred to me that maybe the best way to create a sustainable Tomb Fork is to have no peg and implement the titano style tax system on buys and sells and overweight the taxes towards the sell side, of course, because you want constant buying pressure. You want to punish people who don't. So, you know, yeah. Oh, and of course, set the share distribution to like infinity or like 5-10 years. Like, why do you have to settle at like 12 months, you know? So, I don't know if I finished this thought, but basically, yeah, if I can find a crypto that basically moves in the same direction as the stock markets, in fact, looks like it's already popping off like crazy. Yeah. So, yeah, people are realizing it's all BS. Yeah, look, the dollar index is literally dying. It's crashing. So dollars are being dumped right now to buy stuff. Right now, yeah, look at NASDAQ. Look at this tech. This thing is surging far more than anyone else. This is perfect. So we should be seeing that money. Yeah, wait. This is what I was waiting for. Yes, look, Avalanche has already gained in 75 cents. Crypto is up. Let's look at stupid idiot Phantom. $1.17. Yeah. So I think we should be. So once the money settles, I'm hoping we should see some money surge into crypto. Thank God. Thank God. Can you explain the smart APR system? Yeah, that's why I'm doing this rare live stream. So I don't like answering these questions on Twitter or whatever because I have to waste time typing it out and only you see it. So I waste even more time, which is why I don't do it. But on live streams, I don't care. Oh, I care a lot less. So the time to ask me tech support questions is only on these live streams. So that's also like your reward for watching these. The smart APR system is basically, that's what I call it, right? Brando, the super predator pump and dump whale, he actually created it before I did, but he kept it to himself and his friends. I just gave it away for free for everyone, right? That's why ultimately I'm going to win in the end. Let me sign in the MetaMask so I can show you what I mean. I don't know. What Tomb Fork do I want? Actually, let's do hamster money. Oh man, what is the URL for Hamster? Hamster.money. I'm gonna switch to Phantom. Okay, so the smart APR system is simply how these rewards are distributed in your pools. Excuse me. I'm trying to burp, but nothing's coming out. Ham pool has ended. Oh, okay. So, and these guys are smart. They're only doing 2 pools. So basically, it's a constantly evolving thing. Oh, code 7 was actually the better one, but this is but this probably is doing okay. So basically, what I want to see is all the reward pools get overweighted towards the base peg tokens. Preferably the this is shares. Oh, they reversed it again. So preferably, I want to see the reward pool distribution overweight heavily the base peg token LP specifically. Now, this one doesn't look like it's using a smart APR system, but you have to factor this in, the total value locked. So this is 310,000. Shares is like 110. So basically, this thing is 33% smaller. So if this TVL for the share FTM LP pool was also $310,000, this daily APR would be somewhere around 4% a day, I think, or something like that. But here it's higher, and that's the point. The point is you want all your buying pressure and money to go towards the base peg, because once you lose peg, the boardroom stops printing, and then your shares go down, which lowers the APR, and it's a death spiral loop. So I'm glad that more and more people are figuring out you got to overweight your base peg token LP. That's all that the smart APR system is, the 1.0 version. Then as I was figuring things out more, I also have to look at inflation. So the boardroom also prints stuff. So if it prints too many tokens, there are 2 components to this. This is the Hamster Wheels their boardroom. So, and I already did the video on this too. And this is actually making me good money on Yield Wolf. Even though I put in like $250. So what I ideally would like to see is the APR, this is in the yearly, tend to be less than the APR of the base peg token. So again, buying pressure goes to the base peg token and not the shares. Okay, so this one's a little hard because they don't have the TVL lock, so I don't know what this is equal to. 629. So, I mean, this is a little bit of a problem because this was... Alright, I'm going to have to cheat a little bit and read their documentation. Sometimes they actually tell you what the reward distribution is. It's over 12 months. Maybe it's on their platform. Yeah. So anyway, you can also just look here. The smart APR system's in play because the devs obviously, assuming this is still correct, the devs obviously overweighted the share rewards to the base pool, which is correct. Smart APR system 2.0 would also make it so that the boardroom, great, clicked away. The boardroom not only has a lower APR overall compared to the base peg tokens, but they also happen to print very few peg tokens to begin with. So the inflation's very low, demand is very high, and the prices just keep going higher and higher and higher. That's why at one point code 7 was like 8x over peg. Now it's basically barely over peg. But it'll recover. Like once these crypto markets start surging, like the stock markets right now seem to be doing, I have a pretty strong guess that Tomb Forks should recover. And I have an indication of that because Phantom has recovered a nice chunk of their losses, and Tomb Finance specifically, the alpha male of all Tomb Forks, has actually been going up as well, right? It's basically keeping peg, maintaining peg with Phantom. So that's how I know Tomb Forks are not dead. So, I'm definitely not dumping my Tomb Forks. I only dump them if, I run into a serious problem. But otherwise, I do still want Tomb Forks, right? So that's why I'm still going to keep covering them. All right. So that's basically smart APR system in a nutshell. Okay. I don't know. All right. I got to catch up on this chat because obviously that's a very long explanation. Kernel fees are not that much. I pay between 0.5 and 2 kernels a transaction. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Maybe I'll have to take a look then, because I was under the impression I had to pay 5 kernels every transaction. I was like, F that. A lower Dixie is good for crypto. Theoretically, it should be. But when that happens, the bond yields go up over here, which is generally not a good thing. No, in fact, yeah. See the bond. So this is good. So the bond yields were surging because of the rate hikes, but because the yields were very enticing, people are now buying bonds. And then when people buy bonds, the yields go down. So yeah, it's self-regulating. Yeah, I see literally no red flags. So, all right. So I definitely look forward to Greg Manriel's thing tonight. Not tonight, in like an hour or so. Yeah. See, look, Bitcoin's already above 40K now. We're finally seeing the money surge in. Look, Avalanche is $72. Let's see, is Pepega Phantom going up? Well, it's $1.18. It's up a penny from 117. All right, so we're doing really well. All right. In fact, has my Tomb Forks gone up yet? Has Caesar Finance? Yeah, Caesar Finance is now up 3% in the last hour. Titano is going back to 18 cents. Playmates is up to almost $7. Congruent or gas tokens. 1919, Joe token, Snow token, and Snow shares are surging. Yeah, all of my Tomb Forks, they're all starting to go back up slowly. Right, only the very weakest ones are not doing too well. Yeah, Fox is at 414. I'm looking at my Chrome. Fox shares is $82.83. Bear and Bear share was too high, so they're still correcting. I wasn't in that. And Paper Financial is also going up too. So yeah, we're doing really well. Thank God. Thank God. So I just hope that Caesar can like surge today by tonight. Shout outs from Toronto, my man. Thanks for your thing. Yeah, no problem, man. Thanks for being here, Nucci. I saw the Caesar video. Any update? You think the project? Yeah, so far, yeah. See, I love Caesar Finance. It's just under the correction phase right now. And they've already been out for like, what, 31 days now? They're not going to rug pull. And in fact, I think their liquidity has been locked for like several months, right? I don't even remember what I said, but I'm pretty sure the LP is locked. So it's fine. Thank you for your explanation. Yep, no problem. What do you think about Scarab Finance? It held up these days lately. Wow, really? Yeah, I did the video on Scarab Finance. It's too low APR for me personally. But yeah, it seemed pretty stable. And they seem to have their own little thing with like different pools and then whatever. So I guess that's their thing. No problem. Best lunch break crap right here. Yeah. Well, thanks. I'm grateful that you find me entertaining and informative enough to listen to me while eating food. Greg is a celebrity in the XRP community. He mentioned he's holding XRP once to make the community happy. Oh, I didn't know that. I know he held XRP, but yeah, Greg holds all the major cryptos, like he said. Oh yeah, I was a big asshole. I was like, yeah, I don't like the XRP community. But that's because they were just spamming my Twitter, and I got really annoyed, right? And I also didn't like how like fanatically angry they got. So, how are the pizzas and pizza dough? Oh yeah, I mentioned that. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. You saw me because I was doing a video. I forgot what it was, and then the Amazon guy was there, so I had to pick up my pizzas. Yeah, it's really good. I think it's also causing me to gain weight, but that could be because of the cream cheese that I bought from Target. But yeah, the pizza though, the low sodium pizza sauce, it's actually marinara, are really good. In fact, I'm gonna actually have some pizza after this. Why is there almost no impact for the TV lawn? What? Can you rephrase your question? I don't know what you're asking, Botcher. I don't know what you're asking there. You guys get Amazon Pizza in America? That's awesome. No. I bought. I guess I could try to get it. This is what I bought from Amazon. Let's see. Low sodium pizza dough. Okay, first of all, I need to close this because I'm actually not logged in here, but they might go, hey, you live in this address and this zip code, and this is right where you are. You know, you want me to deliver it exactly to your doorstep? And it's like, you know, it's very dangerous. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to click any more links for this just to stay safe. But I bought this Pastorelli registered trademark, interesting. So I get 30 large pizza crust. It's actually a lot. It's pretty big. It's like the equivalent of like a medium pizza pie or a smaller scale large pie. I bought this for $73, tax free. It's low sodium. What's this? One bulk pack of 3. And I also bought this, Yo Mama's. Oh, that's funny. Yo Mama's pizza sauce. Also low sodium. So I bought the 2-pack. So this is kind of expensive, but I've got blood pressure and heart problems, right? Mostly because of too much sodium. So I have to try to watch my sodium intake. That's why I also like walk around a lot too. So this is what I bought. Cause I mean, you might be able to find something better, but I spent like 5-10 minutes looking, and all I could find was this pizza sauce and this thingy. And then I just simply use cheese from like Target, right? They sell Good and Gather cheese. Really cheap, $2.59 for a slice of like 8 or 12 of them. Really good full-size slices. No crazy like, you know, chemicals, except extra sodium, of course. But it's like 70 calories, so it's not that much. And I just use that as a single slice. And I just put it in my tiny toaster oven. Alright, let me close that just in case. TVL. Why is there almost no price impact for the TVL? What is the price of the coin you're asking? Because if you're asking about TVL and price impact in general, it's because the liquidity pool is very large, which is on purpose. You don't want a high price impact. Oh, the dough, got it. Looks good, I'll try it. Yeah, because I'm trying to get myself to kind of cook. So, because it's cheaper, it's faster than, I guess, going out, but it's definitely cheaper. But on the other hand, I don't want to make everything from scratch either. Even though that's the healthiest way to do it, it's also the most time consuming. So I'm trying to find like a good middle ground. So that's why I'm like buying somewhat pre-made stuff and make sure and check the ingredients to make sure I don't put anything crazy in it. Right? I did have a guilty pleasure. I bought like cookie dough for $6 or $6.50 or $7. I can make a crap load of cookies and they taste really good. Right? Nestle's Toll House cookie dough. So I never have to buy cookies again. I just make cookies. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll do one last refresh. Well, there you go. We're now pushing the 41K. We are going for broke. All right. Well, I mean, Sphere just launched, and it's like a crazy high up. So Caesar is up 4.5% in the last hour. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, so let the money flow once the chart shows up. All right. Yeah, can you guys see this? Yeah, and then this is a 1 hour. Yeah, in 1 hour, 4.5%. Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is very, very good. All right. I mean, we've had 4 days in a row of getting dumped on. Plus, you know, people are paying that 20% sell tax. So at some point, this dumping has to stop. I'm all about a pizza stone. Cookies are good on said stone. Yeah. What is a pizza stone? What is a pizza stone? Because I know that Gordon Ramsay, when I was watching his shows like Hell's Kitchen and stuff, he constantly talks about a pizza stone. So what is this? It's like the wooden thing, right? What is it? While a pizza stone is sturdy, heavy, and heats up like a stone, it's actually not a real stone. Also, I thought these wooden things were just wooden things. Pizza stones are flat pieces of unglazed clay that are usually about 1 inch thick and round. They are meant to fit inside a home oven, so they're usually small enough for a standard oven rack. Pizza stones exist because most regular home ovens don't get hot enough to properly cook certain types of pizza. Thin crust, Neapolitan, and New York pizzas tend to suffer from low heat, which is why the crust is never quite right without a stone. I don't know, my pizza dough comes out pretty crispy. Pizza stoves absorb heat easily and retain that heat for a long period of time. This mimics the effect of a pizza-raised brick oven by raising the temperature and providing an extra hot surface to bake the pizza. Yeah, I almost burned my fingers yesterday. Oh, okay. So these things are actually made out of clay, not wood. Yeah, but because when I go buy pizza here in New York, yeah, everyone's got these things. I always thought it was made out of wood. But then again, how would it not catch on fire? You put it in the oven, right? But I always just figured, well, it's probably a special kind of wood, right? Heat-resistant wood. When you need to clean your stove for the cool completely, rinse it briefly. Oh, that's the thing too. I really don't want to deal with cleaning. But if I really have to have the really good pizza, though, I gotta definitely get a pizza stove. I gotta find one that's also small, because I have a very small toaster oven. All right. I like this. Yeah. All right. So I need Caesar I really need Caesar to hit like 70, sub 80 cents, and I'm gonna be really good. Did they raise the interest rates in the end? Wait, you were here this whole time. Yeah, they raised it 25 basis points. And they said they were going to raise it 6 times this year and reduce their balance sheet. So I know they're not really going to reduce their balance sheet unless they're looking to like make the Democrats lose everything. But that and I don't know, 6 interest rate hikes is kind of a lot. So I'm thinking they're going to do it like 1 to 2 times, maybe 3. But I mean, I don't personally mind if they raise it 6 times because that means the stock markets and the world markets are going to go ballistic to the upside. Because they're really going to be stupid enough to believe, hey, the central banks are finally fighting inflation. All right, let's buy like no tomorrow. Right? And hopefully they'll also buy a crap load of crypto. And then you and I will actually know the real truth that inflation, hyperinflation is not going away. And all on purpose. All on purpose. So... Alright. Well, it's too early to eat, actually, and I kind of technically just had a meal, so, man, I'm gonna get, like, freaking, I'm gonna get so freaking fat. You know, I'm trying to lose weight, I'm not doing a very good job, am I? So, I guess I'll pump this stat. Alright, so I kind of want to play Tarkov, but I'm gonna get a couple scav runs in. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to see me play, because all I do is just loot and scoot, and then I don't really do much. So, I just like farming money in that game, right? I'm perfectly happy doing that, but I do want to get better at the game, so I could try to play, so I could try to eventually PvP. But in order to do that, you have to do the quests to raise your vendor faction reputation, because when you do that, then you unlock all the goodies, like all the good gear. I mean, I don't know if anyone here plays Escape from Tarkov or knows what that is, but. Yeah, exactly. Yep. All right. So I think that's it. I mean, we've already been an hour and 8 minutes. So yeah, I think that's enough. So I don't know if I'm going to do any videos tomorrow. Again, I would like a day off, but I do have quite a bit of projects in my queue, right? Because I got most of them from What the Fork XYZ. So there's a good probability that they're all going to suck. Bitcoin. 41,000? Nope. It's going up, though. It's going up. And guess what? So is everything else. Wow, good avalanche. We're already at... See, it's only been a few minutes, I think, and it's already up to 73.20. All right, Polygon doing great. Fantastic. Wow, Filecoin is 17.19. Boy, how the mighty have fallen. Phantom is $1.21. Look at this. It just gained 3 cents. Right? Osmosis is also doing pretty well too. So yeah, I mean, buckle up, ladies and gents. Enjoy the free money, right? So yeah, any time now, I should be seeing our Playmates just hit $7.02. Poseidon is up 5% for the hour, but that's gonna be under pressure. Libero is basically a penny. Titano is already above 18. Caesar is still under a little pressure, but I'm sure it'll recover. Joe tokens is 88.42 cents. Snow and Snow shares are doing pretty well. PO is still nowhere to be heard. You know what? Did they abandon the project or something? I should be seeing some activity in partial finance. Well, I still see them in the Discord. I don't see anything different, so I guess they're just big chilling here. Okay, so High Point just said in Discord they've been officially verified by the Obsidian Council. Okay. Okay, so Solidity odds not ready yet. Pre-sale will occur Monday, March 21st until something bad happens. Hopefully nothing bad happens. Public launch is likely March 23rd or 24th, but nothing is set in stone yet. And they also want to get CMC, okay. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so High Point Finance is launching sometime next week or 1.5 weeks. Great. That thing was like taking forever to launch, man. Okay, mark folder is red. All right, that's that. All right, so we got a High Point to look forward to. Gonna catch up on your videos. Thanks for everything. All the best. Have a good day. Yeah. So I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching, everybody. And yeah, just like I thought was gonna happen, or it should have been happening, and it's happening now. It looks like everything's gonna be taking off. Everything's gonna be taking off. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. This thing is going ballistic to the upside. Oh, so it's a chat. Thank you for being here. See you maybe tomorrow, but more likely Friday. I really need to take a break. So, all right. I need some alone time. So, all right. And thanks for the suggestion about the pizza stone. I don't know. I got my credit card bill for next month. It's $2,919. So, I need to make sure that I have a little bit of wiggle room. So I can get by without a pizza stone for a while. But I'll definitely keep it in mind because I really would like to have a good pizza that doesn't cost me a fortune, right? Because the last pizza I bought was like last week. It cost me $15 for that pie. Well, there's also sales tax, so $15.20 or $15.80. I was like, geez, what happens? How much cheaper would it be if I just made my own pizza? It wouldn't be as good as a pizzeria, but it'd be kind of close-ish. And I can have all the pizza that I want. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, so I basically reduced my pizza cost by like, I guess, 80-90%. Just using this pre-made stuff. It was like, oh, I don't have to go out either, right? Because I already go out enough just for my morning walks. And then if I am feeling high blood pressure, I take multiple walks, right? All right, thanks for watching. All right, let's enjoy this nice little show. Let's hope Caesar recovers, especially in my case. And of course, Sphere is going to go straight to the moon. It's just, hopefully sooner rather than later. So, thanks. See you tomorrow or more likely Friday. Thanks.